newly head coach for the Houston Texans, D'Amico Ryans, says CJ Stroud will not be handed the starting job for the Houston Texans. He says there's an open competition between him, Davis Mills, and Case Keenum. So we got to ask this question. Fact or crap, CJ Stroud will not be handed the starting position. Oh, DeMarco Ryans, Coach Ryans. My man. You guys drafted this man second overall. You guys have had Davis Mills is not a horrible quarterback. Definitely no world beater. Definitely a gap stop, and he was a nice piece. But he isn't your guy. He isn't your guy. CJ Stroud is your guy. Case Keenum, great backup, right? He's like on his 15th team, right? He's pulling the Ryan Fitzpatrick treatment there and Colt McCoy treatment, right? He isn't your guy either. CJ Stroud is your guy. You drafted him second overall. You drafted him to be the guy. Every indication is that CJ Stroud is number one on your depth chart. So I was like, well, maybe, just maybe, the Houston Texans have put him as second on his depth chart, right? Maybe. So I dug into ESPN.com. CJ Stroud listed as a starter, Davis Mills backup, Case Keenum third string. Like, okay, maybe it's a one-off. Go to NFL.com. Depth chart. CJ Stroud, number one. Davis Mills, second. Case Keenum, third. Oh. Let's go directly to the source. HoustonTexans.com. Depth chart. CJ Stroud, number one. Davis Mills, number two. Case Keenum, number three. Well, surely somebody's got to have Davis Mills as starter, right? Let's go to ProFootballReference.com depth chart. CJ Stroud, number one. Davis Mills, number two. Case Keenum, number three. Well, let me make my own website. Went to ChatGPT.com. Who is the starter of the Houston Texans? No. Backspace. Who are the quarterbacks? What does the depth chart look like for the Houston Texans quarterback? Number one, CJ Stroud. Number two, Davis Mills. Number three, Case Keenum. Guys, this is 100% crap. Okay? I don't care if you think he's got to earn it. You know how he is going to earn it? He's going to walk into the facility, sign his 4-year contract for $20 million or whatever it is going to be. He is going to go pick out his helmet, probably put on a nice little visor to make himself look kind of swaggish, right? Going to put on that number 7. Bada bing, bada boom. There's your starter. There is how he has earned it. You guys understand, like, I've seen our post on our Facebook page, facebook.com/man hour. Oh, you're telling me somebody has to earn a job? Oh. And then my favorite, right, which is not the toxic comment of the day. That's coming up later. We'll dive deeper into that. But this guy's like, apparently you don't know how the NFL works. You just don't get handed positions. You don't get handed jobs. You are right. You just don't get handed positions or handed jobs. But if you are the second quarterback, second overall, drafted by a team that needs a quarterback, you're going to end up being the starter. That's like saying that the Carolina Panthers are not going to start Bryce Young week number 1. Andy Dalton, a good veteran. Well, he's like 12, 13, 14 years in the league, right? Definitely well-proven, well-traveled. Heck, he was the Cincinnati Bengals quarterback for what, 10, 12 years and led them to the playoffs 10 of those 12 years. Like, it was like 80. I mean, I'm just pulling numbers out of my butt, but he did lead them to the playoffs 80% of the time. Granted, they were 8-8 a lot of those times, if not all those times, but still did good things. But yeah, this is crap.